Sanibonani sengibuyile futhi mina ngihleli la angisuki kule topic le ye Christianity ngifuna sibhekisise lento lena kahle ne ukuthi masi busy sijabulela kangaka sigagamela yonke lento ephathelene nobuKristu. Is it because we understand it, we have seen it, we have tried it, probed it, sayibona ukuthi right, or siyagijima nayo njengoba vele hawo nathi sathola kunje? Ake ngibuze la ngomuthi, right? Ngizobuza ngomuthi, ngibuze even about nje into nje esingazinaki, the things that are there but we don't care about them. For example, mawuthi umuntu isangoma, ne? Isangoma. Do we understand ukuthi masithi isangoma sithini? Do we understand ukuthi masithi umuntu isangoma wenzani? Or umuntu onjani? Do we understand that? Or thina nje kuphela isangoma ngomuntu osebenza ngamathambo nangamademon? Isangoma umuntu that is mostly concerned with song to connect to the other side, which is the spiritual realm, right? Is this not the same thing that is done in churches? Every single meeting finally kuculwe. Every single meeting finally kuculwe. And yibungoma lobya. If you look at the true meaning of isangoma and how they do, I'm a spiritualist that like the invoking of spirits ngani ngengoma. We invoke the spirit ngengoma in church. That is why sometimes utole usise liti worship laphayana, people are on the floor. I'm not saying that is the spirit, but I'm saying how they understand the spirit to function is how they will react when they believe with manje, yes, umoya sewufikile. In other words, if bekungaculwanga ingenzekanga yonke leyanto, it's unlikely ukuthi bebezoba like this. Because according to them mentally, when the spirit is present, bayawa bagcwale phansi, they convulse and they like hallelujah, they do all those things. That is when they say umoya wehlile. But ukwehla kukamoya akwehlanga nje, kukhona amaculo thizeni aqale aculwa. And when those songs have been sung, probably maybe there were 7 or 5 songs. It took the singer maybe 3-4 songs before the spirit could descend. Ubungoma lo. Makhuluma ngesangoma, mawuthi sangoma, that is what you're talking about. Mawuthi sangoma. As a person that attends the spirit by that invokes the spirits ngengoma. Ingoma ngesintu iculo. A song. So if you're going to sing Yeshua for that good 30 minutes, one song, abantu bawe balale phansi, people are on the floor, uyisangoma wena, because in order for the spirit in order for you to stay that particular atmosphere, you needed a song. Yibo nobungoma. That is what we mean when we say isangoma. You can even hear, the problem with us is that someone can come and tell us ati umuntu inyanga. Instead of looking at the word itself, we talk umuntu makathi inyanga. Oh, you talking about a healer. Oh, okay. Well, how can I find him? Oh, you go this way. Oh, thank you. Instead of you to stop like that, ne? Immediately when someone says inyanga, you are angry. Awusafuni ukuzwa because when ungcwele usindisiwe, awuhlangani nani nenyanga. But when you speak like that, it is a lie, because we are when a chemist. We are humble when a chemist mawugula, we are nesibhedlela. You do all these things and the indlela ozenza ngayo ne, you do it in such a way that you believe ukuthi when you do it ngalendlela ku right, but mawenza ngalendlela it is not right, which is not true, because you are lying to yourself. Angisho bonke already we are twisted. Isn't umqondo wethu isebenza anti-clockwise. Instead of looking at this thing and saying, okay, or makhuluma ngesangoma or isangoma, this must have something to do with if kuthiwa ingoma sangoma ngoma, does if really kind of like or your head is working clearly, you are thinking kahle, ubuzobona ukuthi okay manje makuthiwa sangoma, does it have anything? A clever student will ask like that, or not even a clever student, a student who is really in this thing, like who wants to understand, they will ask and say, teacher, why do we call this person sangoma? Because ingoma we call ingoma, which is a song, so why are they called sangoma? Oh yes, they're called sangoma because this person, when they want to invoke the spirit, they do that by means of song. Kungakho kuthiwa isangoma. Usalo yapi for ingoma isabizwana, I think ngesizulu. Forgive me. I think according to uhlelo lwesizulu, isabizwana is that the first thing, I don't know if I can say it's a prefix, I don't know. But lentenza sithi sangoma. It's because that person is concerned with ingoma. Without ingoma leyo muntu akafunction kahle. Nizokhumbula in scriptures ukuthi uElijah wacela ngelilanga ukuthi hey ngicela ningitholele umuntu okwazi ukukhalisa bathini an instrument. Kwatholakala umuntu weza lapho wazokhalisa umuntu, and then uthe makhalisa umuntu the prophet was able to flow. Kusho ukuthi uprophet bekanayo into yobungoma. He needed to beat the drums. And then once the drums are beaten, uzobona the person begins to function and invoke that spirit. Is that not what we do in church? Sometimes the pastor will call you after church for a meeting because he's not happy how you performed today. The music was not nice. We didn't, you know. So I want us to look at these things and really and be sure in our minds, which no, we see this, but it's either really we make a conscious decision of saying, you know what, to hell with it, we see it, but to hell with it, now we are doing this. And by so doing, we must also understand, Uti, since we didn't lift the carpet there, we left a lot of things lapaya. Kantike, I think it was gonna be nice if we can say, let's undress, let's open the carpet and see Uti kunani ngaphansi. So that as we move forward with understanding and knowing what yeah, no. And ayikho into embi yazi bafowethu, ayikho into embi man yazi about these words. Umuntu makathi ngiyisangoma, it does not mean ukuthi quickly judge them and say they are those evil people who throw bones on the floor and they curse people and they put curses on people. Kahle kahle ubungoma ne in its original state is a godly thing. But there are evil people in our midst who abambethwe ngalamandla, now they allow the devil to come in there into them and they are able to even umuntu makazocela ikhuba lelithize lizolimaza omunye umuntu, they don't care, they can do it for you. Ufike lapha emuntwini usitshela isangoma ukuthi yazini umntana kamakhelwa amahlakaniphe kakhulu esikolweni ngicela ukuthi umphazamise ikhanda amakhosi. Isangoma naso sibobu simamatheke akulungileke sokwenza lokho. That person akusisangoma leyo, is a servant of the devil. Because isangoma sangempela fanele sikutshele mawusathi uyabheda uvula umlomo ubheda kanjalo kumele akubonise umnyanga athi phuma la kwami mangabuzele into ezingasile. You understand? The Son of Man came to save lives. Wonke umuntu wenza into ethize esindisa umphefumulo womuntu, esindisa impilo yomuntu, eyenza impilo yomuntu ukuthi ibe wholesome, eyenza impilo yomuntu ukuthi to have abundance. That person is working with God. I'm not talking about someone who comes and makes your life abundant, trying to achieve something, doing the abundance as a means to. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about someone a person that comes into your life and blesses you, expecting nothing in return, whether you are grateful, whether you're going to slander them, whether that person is working with God. That's what I'm saying. Any person that you go to, afike abhula amathambo, abuke phansi, akunikeze into engenabungozi ngempela, something that will make your life truly, 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 so I'm saying truly. The thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy, but I've come that they may have life and have it abundantly. If ikhona inyanga somewhere oyazi, ugogo thizeni, umkhulu thizeni, who's able to do these things, and no harm comes your way, and really ayikho into ethizeni ezosala ikulandela afterwards, that person is a person of God. Asidlule lapho singene emuthini ke. Umuthi siyawucasukela emasontweni, siyawucaphukela umuthi. We don't want like immediately umuthi, when they talk about umuthi, you are angry, like you are ready to cast out the devils, cast out the demons. But umuthi, if you understand, if you sit down and really say, let's understand umuthi qala, first of all, before we are angry, before our emotions go high, let's talk about umuthi. Umuthi uyini, right? Umuthi simply means a tree. Makhuluma ngomuthi, it means isihlahla, a tree, a plant. Kunemithi ekhulayo ephezulu, kunemithi ekhulu emncane, kuneminye imithi ayikhuli isidalwa. It relies on other trees. Like these hedgy plants, they are shrubs. They grow flat on the ground. They don't grow upwards. You understand? Yimithi yonke leya. Ake sithi mhlambe nangu umuntu yagula uphethwe about maybe uphethwe by a certain ailment. Maybe let's say the person has migraines. And there is a person who's not born again. And he's also not an evil person. This guy knows good, okay. Or this gogo knows good, okay. Uphethwe migraine. Okay. Mangatata a certain plant, a certain root, which by the way is very high maybe in vitamin C, and a certain leaf which is high in vitamin K, and a certain maybe bark which is high maybe in potassium, whatever. You will remember that mzimba womuntu is all chemicals on it. So it takes someone who understands chemicals to affect the human body on it. So let's say that gogo understands all these things. Then she goes and fetches all these things and prepares a concoction and says to you, drink this thing. And you drink and the migraine stop forever. Forever. Are we now going to really say this gogo is going to hell because usebenza ngemeat? I want us to really stop and stop there, bazalwane. Simen lapho ne sizibuze ngempela ukuthi okay, are we really sure ukuthi this person, because of what they've done, are you sure, mama, that you are not going to be happy when your daughter, your 15-year-old daughter who's been missing school and repeating, now that headache of hers is gone. She's able to, she's playing with her friends. Are you sure you are not happy? Awujablanga mama ukuthi umntana kusephilile. And usephilile truly so, because uyazi ukuthi akunanto embi ezomlandela. Luyagogo nje ugogo nje shem uzibusiselo nje uNkulunkulu ngeknowledge okwazi ukuthi okay, mangithatha isihlahla esithile nehlamvu elithile ngisihlanganisa, it does this. Mangithatha lokhu nalokhu, for example, ubuye emsebenzi, for example, you come from work, you are very tired. You're a construction worker, like uyazizwa ukuthi uyawuphelile. God has blessed you with a wife who understands chemicals and concoctions. Akushaya, instead of a bubble bath, akuthathe lamahlamvu esihlahla esithize nepowder ethize akwenzele afake lapha emanzini ozogeza ngawo, uthi mawungena nje uzumzimba wakho uqaqeka wonke uzizwe ukuthi oh my God, what is this? I feel so good. Can we now say ukuthi yeah, no, she must go to hell because usebenzisa imithi? Asithi ke mhlambe wena ndoda ekhaya nonkosikazi ohluphayo la emlomeni uyahlupha mama, bese uyakule yagogo futhi. And remember ukuthi umzimba womuntu ne, we are all about chemicals. A certain level of a chemical in our bodies will affect us in a certain way, and then the shortage of that chemical again affects us in a certain way. Sometimes it even affects us on an emotional level. Sometimes you are not always happy because things are going well. Sometimes you're always happy just because that particular chemical reaction iyenzeka kakhulu maybe when in your body for whatever reason. Maybe it's the food you are eating or whatever. You're always this person. Even ukuluma, like the economy teaser that you can use according to my findings, that can imitate, you can do anything ngomuthi. Mhlawumbe you find that unkosikazi wakho like umningi ngapha uyahlupha umama uyahlupha ekhaya akuhlaleki man. You visit that gogo umtshela ukuthi gogo ehlushwa unkosikazi man. Ugogo athi oh okay uma ngabe hlupha ke yazini thatha nansi powder ne ufike umfakele ekudleni. Ipowder yani yokuthi mama angakhulumi kakhulu angabi ba ufike ngempela yazi ukuthi fa hawu umama seshintshile. Guess why umama ushintshile? Umama akashintshwanga ebuthakathi. Umama ushintshwe ukuthi leliya powder selidlila lifakelwe lapha ekudleni ne. That powder, it contains certain chemicals that now she's consumed it's gonna go in your system. It's probably gonna lift up certain chemicals and lower certain chemicals so that even her mood is affected. Ngeke usamuze emningi lana umama. Can we now say that guy must go to hell because usebenzise umuthi unkosikazi wakhe? I'm not sure bafowethu but mina ngithi no. I don't think that person must be punished because he didn't do any evil. The person that must be punished is someone oya enyangeni afika acela umuthi ukuthi ingane namakhelwana amihlakaniphe kakhulu esikolweni ukudlula yami ingane makhosi ngicela ukuthi uyithundubeze umqondo. That person is evil. That person is evil but umuthi wakwenza leyanto is not evil. In other words, I think uNkulunkulu ufuna irresponsibility kithi. God wants us to be responsible after being exposed to so much things, ne? After knowing which, you know what, ngahamba ngiyolanda umuthi weintombi lapha, but you know what, why must I do it? Umuthi weintombi mhlambe ke ngiyinsizwa ngina 23 ngiyazibona ukuthi awuchaphele senginomsebenzi sengine townhouse inyana phela hayi sikufuneka umama ke manje azingiyazizwa ukuthi ngiready. Mhlambe usungawusebenzisa umuthi weintombi ukuze phela mhlambe uze expose to those women that you like. Find one that you like and you marry her. Can we say this guy has committed the most evil crime? I don't know. But I don't think so. Ngithi mina umuthi awukaze waba mubi bafethu. Ububi bomuthi is when it is in the wrong hand. When an irresponsible person, it's like a gun. You can't blame a gun and say, no, guns are evil. Guns have never been evil. Guns, actually, they can make people happy or they can make people cry. In the hands of a responsible man, because of a gun, the community can be like, yeah, no, simnand, las kulegile, you know, we're free, we have protection. Because a certain mafia, maybe, who is good, is protecting that community. Or a certain mafia who's evil by means of guns. He can just wage war and spread terror in the community. Is it a gun now that's doing that? No, it's not a gun. It's a person who's doing that. So, I don't know, in our believing, what exactly do we believe in? What exactly are we doing? Because limbuzo lena sikakazibuzi yona, we are still running around, siyagijima nje like siyakefuzela, siyama crusade. Nya crusade, kune crusade, you know, 3-day crusade, ama conference one. Izinto ezimqoka sizifundisa the identity of the people. Our people don't know who they are, and izinto ezisiza abantu bakithi since vele we live in difficult times, things that could help us, where even those things we can't use them because we've been taught that they are evil, they are bad. A lady who cannot have children. There was a lady that I had a conversation. I had a thing, not a conversation. I was looking at here on YouTube. She could not get kids. She's been married for almost 12 years. No children. Only to realize she went to the clinic, they tried the best doctors, they afford nothing. Until someone said to them, you know what, you guys, they saw one gogo there. One time, the gogo was able to see what it's just that in your teens you're using and those things they disturbed the system yakhe. Even the cycles were not proper. And that grandmother knew exactly what is wrong. Says something in the fallopian tubes were blocked. The gogo gave her some concoctions. She did she took the thing for 7 days. After that, returned to her husband. Poof. She's got a 1 year and 7 month old now. Can we now say the gogo must go to hell? I ask for it. The Son of Man came to save lives, not to destroy lives. The Son of Man, I've come that the thief comes to steal, kill and destroy. Probably that woman bekungenzeka ukuthi mhlambe emshadweni agcine mhlambe seyofeba thinking ukuthi okay ake ngizame nenye indoda mhlambe ngibone, or umshado uphele kanjalo ubaba abone ukuthi phela it's useless. But this grandmother has put that marriage wawubuyisele endaweni yabo. Can we now blame her really? That guy who went wayenyangeni wafika wathi inkosikazi wami ukhuluma kakhulu gogo anginikeze into ethize man ngifuna ehlise kancane, bayaqhubeka bamnandi. Can we now say the guy is evil? You see, my people perish because they lack knowledge. We do not even understand sometimes the way that we are as people, we are like that not because we are like that. We are like that because of the environment around us, the food we eat. Sometimes we are lacking certain elements in our systems which makes us not to be what we desire to be. Sometimes it makes us to be what we don't desire to be. Ama solutions nang. Adam, I'm giving you all these things. Therefore, for food and medicine, eat all these things. It's just that we're the ones who don't understand. Let's Imagine if you knew all these trees, what they do. If I can put this tree here and that one there, it creates an atmosphere like this. I want an atmosphere like that in my house. You know what? Let me take this and go and we eat it. All of us, we actually agree, the whole family. We do it together. Come guys, you know what? I want us to have peace in this house. Chup, 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 chup. All of us are chilled. We are calm. We're agreeable. We are just... Of course, I know that I'm sounding evil. But we have to talk about this. We have to talk about these things so that we don't get to a point whereby, like now, so I understand it's okay. Isn't like we're just fighting and we don't understand what we are and how nature can step in to save us from there. Instead, we demonize Umuthi. Imithi ayikho mibi. Abantu abaphatha imithi aba irresponsible babi, they make Umuthi look bad. I don't know what you guys think, but I think really we need to look at these things. Isangoma, Umuthi. These things azifuneke emasontweni. Kodwa lezi zinto abantu basemasontweni baphila ngazo. Baphila ngomuthi. Siphila ngomuthi. There's no human being ongathena akaphila ngomuthi. Udlani? You eat fruits and you eat vegetables. Udla inyama. Nayo leyo nyama is still dependent on imithi food, because nothing grows, no meat can grow by itself except by the ground. Everything is dependent on the earth. Sonke nathi abantu we eat grains, umuthi, things that grow from the earth. Kodwa we are able to stand and tell people ukuthi umuthi mubi, but isiphila ngawo. Subconsciously we are not aware ukuthi nathi siyawudla umuthi. Angazi bafethu. I don't know. Let's talk about this.